Welcome to Ask Zai. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. And if you're coming back, it's nice to see you again. So today we're going to be talking about what exactly does it take to become a certified sterile processing technician? What company do you have to register with to take the exam? What are their requirements? And how can you meet those requirements? So if you're interested in learning all of those things, stay tuned and make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any updates, because this channel is all about getting you to that finish line. So let's get into it. So the company that you would register with is called the HSPA. This is the Healthcare Sterile Processing Association. Their certificate, they offer many different certificates, but the main certificate for a sterile processing technician is called the Certified Registered Central Service Technician. In order to become a sterile processing technician with the HSPA, you will have to pass their exam and also gather 400 contact hours. They give you two different ways that you can gather these hours. First, you're able to get a provisional license. If you decide to take the exam before you gather your 400 hours, you will have 6 months to get your on-the-job training or hands-on training. And then after which you will become a full sterile processing technician. The other way is you can go ahead and get your contact hours before you take the exam, and then once you pass the exam, you will be fully certified. Now, there are different pathways to find out how to pass the exam, to learn all the information that you need. First, you can learn by yourself, which is why I created this channel, so I can help you guys pass your exam, save you some money. Or you can, well, also, if you learn by yourself, you can also purchase their book from their website. Make sure you have the most recent edition. If you don't feel comfortable learning by yourself, or you feel like you need more guided learning, you can sign up for a 2-year program at a community college. Sometimes they offer these programs with a shorter time frame, but majority of the time it's a 2-year program. And either it's a community college, or sometimes they're called technical colleges, even trade schools. All of these things are basically the same thing. People just call them different things in different areas. So it might be called a community college, technical college, or trade school. What you would do is search up your county and search up sterile processing technician program or instrument specialist program. Another way that you can gain these contact hours and information about how to pass the test is doing an externship, volunteering at a hospital, or getting a job and having on the job training. That's how I got certified. I got on the job training, and at my job, they taught me everything that I needed to know. They trained me. I began working as a sterile processing technician, and they gave me up to 1 year to get certified. They also told me that they would reimburse me for the exam cost. And I believe the exam right now is around $140. A pro tip: if you are doing a provisional license and you are getting your experience after you pass the test, make sure that you are completely filling out your provisional authentication form. Yeah, I cannot talk. but yes, this form is very important, and you have to make sure that it's all the way correct, or they might not accept it. The easy ways you can find on the job training opportunities is by going on Indeed or Google and searching up non-certified sterile processing technician. And I'm going to be posting some examples around somewhere around here so that you can know keywords of the jobs that do offer that, because I know sometimes it could be nerve-wracking calling out to these recruiters and then asking them if they offer that. Some people don't like to be rejected, and I understand. I don't like calling people for no reason when I could just figure it out by myself. So one of the ways that you will be able to find out if they offer on the job training, sometimes they just blatantly say on the job training. And then all the time, make sure you look in the requirements. If it says sterile processing certification required, then obviously it's a required thing. They're not going to hire you. Sometimes it might say preferred. Sometimes it might say sterile processing certification required within 1 or 2 years. If it says that it gives you a time frame to get your certification, then you can go to the job, they'll train you, and then you'll have to get your certification within that time frame. Okay, so let's get into what happens after you're certified. How do you keep your certification? HSPA, they require you to have 12 continuing education credits throughout the year. Like you have to recertify annually, and also there is an annual fee. Let's get back to those credits. Whenever you're getting these 12 credits, it's very important to keep track of what you're learning. There is a code sometimes, because sometimes people have classes that are like not in the hospital or not in the classroom. Certain people just host classes, and they'll have a special code that you could put into your profile. Once you're certified, you'll have a profile with the HSPA, and then they'll keep track of all of your continuing education credits for you. But you have to enter that code. It is your responsibility to do this. Sometimes if you work for a hospital, like, I mean, majority of the time we are working for hospitals. If you're working for a hospital, they'll give you classes within the hospital and they will enter it in for you. That's what my hospital does. So I don't have to keep up with it because I just go to my annual trainings and then I got my credits. But they do require a $50 fee every year whenever you are renewing your certification. You are able to upgrade your membership. Instead of paying the $50 fee, it might be a little bit more. And with that upgraded membership, you get access to other continuing education courses. Certain felonies or crimes related to healthcare can result in you losing your credentials. Also, your credentials can be suspended or revoked if you falsify any information whenever you are recertifying or whenever you're submitting your educational credits. Also, if you are ever reported for unethical conduct while you're on the job or either training, then you can lose your credentials. So be careful and just keep it professional. And I'm sure you all already do that, so we ain't even got to worry about it. Okay. So that's all I have for this video. I just wanted to give y'all a heads up of everything that you need to do and be prepared for while you're on this journey. And the next video, we're going to be diving more deep into the informational stuff about the test. Thank you for coming to Ask Zai for your sterile processing information. We're learning together while we're growing as one, and I'm going to help you reach your goals, y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. It's so awkward talking to this camera, y'all. I'll be trying my best to keep it professional, but don't judge me. This is a judge-free zone, like I said in the last video. But thank y'all so much for supporting this account. And let me know if you have any questions, because your questions give me video ideas, and I love helping you. All right, bye, y'all.